Good morning, children. Welcome back for another English class. And do you remember that our madam is riding the bus? Vali is riding the bus. So let us carry on and let's see how she is doing and what she is doing and how she is enjoying the bus journey. Let us move forward with her. Now, we have seen that she is riding the bus for the first time and she is very excited and she is very sure that she has the money which is to be paid, and she is very conscious about it, that she has paid the full money, and so she has all the right to ride the bus. Conductor is a funny person who is enjoying this apparently grown up attitude of Valli, and he is enjoying with the journey with Valli. Let us see. Her first journey. What careful, painstaking, elaborate plans she had to make for it. She had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way. So it was not very easy for her to prepare the journey because two constraints were there. One is that money, where from will she arrange the money, and the second one is that time. How will she manage the time? So let us see how she managed the money. So definitely she had to prepare different plans to arrange for the money. And every temptation she had thriftily saved whatever stray coins came her way. Thriftily, very miserly, she had to spend. Very carefully, she had to save the money. And every temptation she had to resist to buy peppermints, toys, balloons, and the like. And finally, she had saved a total of 60 paise, 30 for going and 30 for coming. Stray coins came her way means that is the coins that she got, like sometimes some relatives came and they visited their house and gifted her with some money. Some this festival was there, parents have given money, so that small amount she accumulated, and now she had arranged the money for her bus journey. So it was not easy, because for that, to save the money, she had to sacrifice many temptations of chocolate, peppermints, then balloons, and finally she had to so many things. And finally, how difficult it had been, particularly that day at the village fair, but she had resolutely stifled the strong desire to ride the merry-go-round, even though she had the money. Though she had the money, but she resisted herself to ride the merry-go-round, which was very tempting for her in the village fair, but she had to sacrifice that to save the money for this bus ride. So today's bus ride is really sweet for her. After she had enough money saved, her next problem was how to slip out of the house without her mother's knowledge. Second problem. But she managed this without too much difficulty. It was not very difficult because every day after lunch, her mother would nap from about 1 to 4 or so. And Vali always used these hours for her excursion. Excursions means to move out and do adventures, whatever she used to do. As she stood looking from the doorway of her house, or sometimes even ventured out into the village, because mother was relaxed for 2-3 hours. She used to take a nap, and for that time, Vali was free to do different adventures by moving around in the village also. So today, these same hours could be used for her first excursion outside the village. The bus rolled on, now cutting across a bare landscape, now rushing through a tiny hamlet. Hamlet means small village, or past an odd wayside shop, or an odd wayside shop. There was no market, but in between, sometimes stray shops here and there, as in the village, we can see of different groceries, stationeries, etc. So small shops were there here and there. Sometimes the bus seemed on the point of gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards him, as if a vehicle was coming, and Valli's bus, as was moving towards it, as if it was trying to gobble it up, to swallow it up. she felt like that, gobbling up another vehicle that was coming towards him, or a pedestrian person who was crossing the road walking, as if the bus was trying to gobble it up. But lo, somehow it passed on smoothly. But finally, she found that no, nothing happened. The bus could manage to pass smoothly, leaving all obstacles safely behind. Trees came running towards them, but then stopped as the bus reached them and simply stood there helpless for a moment by the side of the road before rushing away in the other direction. The fun that children usually enjoy, that the trees move away as if the child is moving towards a tree, and then the tree stops for some time and then moves on the other way in the other direction. So she was also enjoying all those uh, what to say that all those new things that she was experiencing on her first journey by bus. Suddenly, Valli clapped her hands with glee. What happened? A young cow, tail high in the air, was running very fast, right in the middle of the road, right in front of the bus. The bus slowed to a crawl, and the driver sounded his horn loudly again and again. But the more he honked, the more frightened the animal became, and the faster it galloped, always right in front of the bus. She enjoyed it very much. The cow was coming, crossing the road, and as the bus moved towards very close to it, the bus started honking. The cow got more confused, and somehow it managed to pass the road the other way. And it was a very wonderful and very enjoyable scene for Vali, and she enjoyed it. She clapped it. Somehow this was very funny to Valli. She laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. Hey lady, haven't you laughed enough? Called the conductor. Better save some for tomorrow. At last the cow moved off the road, and soon the bus came to a railroad crossing. A speck of a train could be seen in the distance, growing bigger and bigger as it drew near. Then it rushed past the crossing gate with a tremendous roar and rattle. Valli is so lucky that she enjoyed this sight also, that in a level crossing, when the train passes, tremendous roar and rattle shaking the bus. Then the bus went on and passed the train station. From there, it traversed a busy, well-laid shopping street and turning entered shopping street. Now the shops could be seen, which suggested that they have reached the town. Shopping street and turning entered a wider thoroughfare. Such big, bright looking shops. What glittering displays of clothes and other merchandise. Such big crowds. Vali has never witnessed it in her village. So many shops, such big shops filled with merchandise, crowd. Means it was a totally different show from his village, from her village. So she enjoyed the sight of the town by sitting in the bus, of course. Struck dumb with wonder, Valli gaped at everything. Then the bus stopped and everyone got up except Valli. Hey lady, the conductor is very careful. He never missed to call her or to give her the due respect as she deserved. Hey lady, said the conductor, aren't you ready to get off? This is as far as your 30% takes you. He knows that she will immediately ask for the 30%, that the fare that she has paid. So the man said that 30% is over till here, your journey is over. No, Valli said, I'm going back on this same bus. She took another 30% from her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. How intelligent and careful she is, that while boarding the bus, she did not pay all the 60 paise. She finished her first ride, then finished her 30 paise ride, then while coming back, she will again pay the rest 30 paise. So this is as far as the 30% takes you. Sorry. So her pocket and handed the coins to the conductor. Why is something the matter? No, nothing's the matter. I just felt like having a bus ride. That's all. That is my matter. That I just wanted to have a bus ride. Don't you want to have a look at the sights now that you are here? Okay, fine. You wanted for a bus ride. You had it, and now have a look, because if before going you have some time where you can move around and can enjoy the town also. All by myself. Oh, I would be much too afraid. Here he she found to be afraid. Greatly amused by the girl's way of speaking, the conductor said, "But you weren't afraid to come in the bus. When you boarded the bus, you were not afraid at that time. Nothing to be afraid about that. Huh? Will she lose? No." So she said that no, nothing is to be afraid that, she answered. Well, then why not go to that stall over there and have something to drink? Nothing to be afraid of about that either. Oh no, I can't do that. Well, then let me bring you a cold drink. A small child, even the conductor also thinks that to bring a cold drink. No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It will be my treat and not cost anything. No, 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 she said firmly. Please, no. The conductor shrugged. See, the ego of the girl. She wanted the bus ride. A small girl could accept it, and when the conductor said that it's free, she could enjoy it, but she did not accept it. Her personal ego is very high. She is not ready to accept all these things. Huh? So, definitely, we can say Valli is much mature than her age, isn't it? A girl of 8, planning, arranging money, then taking the ride, not so fearful, did not get down from the bus. There is a risk of, there is a chance of fear. There is a reason that yes, to be of fearful because something might happen. Then she did not accept the cold drink, even offered free. So definitely, I think that Valli is quite mature, much mature than her age. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. Won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. No, 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 no one will be looking for me, she said. The bus started, and again there were the same wonderful sights. Wally wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she had felt the first time. Don't think that it's a repetition, so Wally will not enjoy it. Same excitement, same enjoyment. But suddenly, she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. The conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. The animal that brought so much laughter to her that tears came out, now the same animal in a different state make her dumbstruck and made her so much sad that again tears were almost to come out, but for a different cause, in a different way. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread eagled, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. Just diametrically the opposite side. The side that brought so much laughter, so much enjoyment, so much pleasure, so lifeful it was. Now it became so lifeless, just the opposite. It made her very sad. The blood, the way the eyes of the cow all fixed made her very much sad. The bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out the window. Her enthusiasm to look out the window, through the window, got finished. She sat she sat thus, glued to her seat, until the bus reached her village at 3:40 on time. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, Well, sir, I hope to see you again. Okay, madam, He answered her, smiling. Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us, and don't forget to bring your fare. She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. When entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wally's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. She's a very talkative aunt. And where have you been? Said her aunt when Wali came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So Wali just smiled. Wali understood that this lady, when asked a question, actually she did not bother much for the reply. It was just for sake of asking a question. So Wali did not feel to reply also. Now, sorry. So Wali just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. Yes, you are right. Their conversation is continuing. Her mother said, so many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? They were discussing about something, and mother says that yes, it's not possible. So many things are there among us, outside us, and it's not possible for a human being to know everything, she says. And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely, can we? Then she says that even if we understand also the number of things that we can understand in our life, can we explain it also? What we come to know, can we understand it in its real sense? No, probably we fail in it. Oh, yes, breathed Valli. Valli was nowhere. Valli did not know about what the conversation was going on, but this particular line caught her. She felt that yes, many things she did not know, something she came to know, but there was not the proper explanation of that something that she came to know. So the conclusion that her mother drew from her life satisfied Valli. Valli felt that yes, this is the right understanding, that we don't know many things. And if we know also, we don't know the explanation of it. We can't understand. We fail to understand few things that we come to know. We fail to understand the meaning of it. So Valli liked it. What? Asked her mother. What's that you say? Mother could not expect an 8-year-old girl will support her answer. So, oh, said Valli, I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge. Just a cheat of a girl she is, said her aunt. And yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation, just as though she were a grown-up lady. Then the aunt said that, see, a small girl uh, doesn't understand anything, not expected also to understand anything, and she is poking nose into our conversation as if she understands many things. She is as if a grown-up lady. But we know that yes, Vali, if not a grown up lady, if not age wise grown up, but Vali's maturity was not far away from a mature grown up lady. She, at the age of 8, realized or understood a big difference between living and not living. Vali smiled to herself. She did not want them to understand her smile. Vali smiled of her own because she knows what she has said. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? She wanted to hide the smile from them, but could they? Could she? Means she did not want to let them know that what she felt, what she realized, and why she loved. It was absolutely her own experience which she wants to keep with herself only. Thus, Vali learnt a life lesson through a bus journey. So her ride transformed her from an experience of not means an experience of not knowing to knowing, an experience of difference between a living and a non-living. That is her ride actually. That is another ride, a ride of life through a bus journey. So, children, I hope you have enjoyed the story. Try to read it and try to write the question answers that are given in the book. Read it and try to understand it. And if you have any confusion, you can ask me, you can WhatsApp me. I will try to explain it. Thank you, children, for today.